Go for it.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Joe Code. I'm your host, Joe Marrese. This is the podcast that my uncle doesn't get, yet we push on. I did the podcast. My uncle listened to, this is one of my uncles. He listened to the first podcast. I don't know if he's listened to any more. After that, I need to check back in with him. But he listened to one podcast, said I don't get it, where I basically was just kind of explaining that I'm doing a podcast. So thanks for giving me a chance. That feels good. Yet, here we are. He told me to keep pushing, and so we will. We will keep pushing here. And, yeah, Joe Code, we don't give up. We keep on keeping on. If we have people tuning in who have no idea who I am, you would know me from the Going Deep podcast with Chad and JT. I'm a frequent guest on there. If you're like, hey, where did this guy come from? That's where I came from. They created me. So, no, I mean, I created myself, but, well, God and then my parents and then, you know, the whole creation story there, but we don't need to get all the way into that. We have to get into what I'm really here to talk about today, which is, Aaron, you're going to be like, now you have no foreknowledge of what I'm about to say, right?
I have no foreknowledge. I have no five knowledge.
We did not talk beforehand.
Nope.
I'm just checking this transcript of this voicemail to make sure. Okay, yeah. So, all right, here it goes. I just have to get into it. There's really no
Let's do it.
beating around the bush.
Am I fired?
It's embarrassing. No, it's
okay.
I was scammed recently.
Oh boy.
Yeah, now when I say I was scammed, they got me good. I got scammed out of money, and the total was $2,400, which is not.
Whoa.
Don't say whoa. It's not. it's not an insurmountable amount of money. It's a good amount of money,
it's
but
a good amount, yeah.
But it's not anything that is gonna set me too far back, because I have this credit card that I use for emergency use, and I can make direct deposits from the credit card to my checking account. So that's, and I'm glad I didn't get rid of that credit card. I almost did. So now I just kind of use that fake money to replace my real money that I got scammed out of.
So yeah, take me through this.
So how did you get scammed? No, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to tell you what happened. No, first of all, they caught me in. It was the perfect time. I was in a really. This was Friday, like early afternoon. I had nothing going on. All I had going on that day was I was performing later at the Comedy Store. So I was like alone. I had nothing to do. I was like, I was starting to feel anxious. This is the other part of it too, is that I have this. I mean, I'm tackling it now, but I have this anxiety disorder basically now, to where it can really be impairing at times. And Aaron, you've had anxiety, right?
Oh yeah.
Now, when your anxiety is at its worst, for me, this is how it manifests. I always think like something bad is going to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like either it's something I did. Actually, yeah, that's usually what it is. It'll be like something I think that I did. So I feel like I've either wronged somebody or I'm going to wrong somebody. Something like that. It's just very it's really just it's crazy. It's a thing that happens in your brain, and you really just kind of have to tackle it head on. So it's partially that to blame. Also, I blame my mom for not being here. She passed away. I blame her for this. No. No, she's a great lady. I can't say that. But yeah, just things. So I was in a really bad headspace. Nothing going on. I was looking for something to do, and I found it. So they call me. First of all, it was a voice. What do you call that? An automated voice message saying that basically like your social security number has been compromised. You need to get in touch with us right away. So at that point, I would say 99% of people would not have followed up.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's a fair estimate to say 99% of people would not have followed up on that.
Yes, I've gotten those before. Yeah, I don't think anyone would call you on that.
Yeah, I am the 1%.
I knew it.
That decided, hey, I better see what's going on, because Mr. Anxiety showed up and said, hey, you don't want to be a jerk. You know, you don't want to be a guy who does things wrong. So I get connected to this guy who says he's with the U.S. Marshal Service. Right? And that...
Raylan Givens, by chance?
I'm sorry?
Raylan Givens?
No, I think he said his name was David Morgan.
Oh, okay. This is the main character from Justified.
Oh, okay. But, so anyway, he gets into saying, like, there's like a warrant out for your arrest. We found there's a car has been found in somewhere in Texas that is under your name and social security number, and like we found drugs in it. Like there was money laundering involved, and he just goes on. He's like, you know, he's like, you're the primary suspect right now. He's like, I'm like, that's not me. And he's like, okay, well, do you want to help us clear your name?
Oh boy.
Yeah. So
I'd be like, well, come get me then.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the whole, I don't know, because it kind of happens in my family. Like my dad never got scammed, but he's had his identity stolen a couple times.
A couple times?
Yeah. Like there was once someone created a Marrese Farms.
Oh wow.
In our name. We don't have a farm. But somebody created it and like basically like dumped a bunch of money in, but we didn't lose any money or anything, but yeah, so we've had our identity stolen before. So I thought, because as it would happen, like a few weeks, maybe 2 weeks prior, I had lost my credit card when I was out one night, and I didn't realize it till the next day, till I canceled it. So I thought maybe when that happened, I thought maybe that person somehow used that card to, I don't know.
Now, did you think to ask the Marshall guy just even your last four of your social?
The last four of his?
No, yours.
He did ask me that.
Yeah. No, I'm sure he'll ask you that because he wants it.
But you can't do anything with just the last four, right?
No, you shouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pin on certain things, but it's not the number. He would need, I'm sure at some point they want to ask you the full number.
Yeah, no, he didn't. And then he... What else? So basically...
I'm just saying there's got to be a way that whoever you're talking to on the phone should be able to confirm the number that was stolen or attached to these.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I just took his word for it.
Clearly.
So it's very embarrassing. So what he had told me what I had to do was he's like, we need to find the real culprit. So I go to Ralph's.
Ooh, a mystery.
Yeah, I mean, now I feel like I'm in a movie. So now it's kind of getting fun. Like he's like, you want to help find the real criminal, right? I'm like, yeah. You know, this is good. This is good acting. You know, this is good practice. And my acting was good, I thought. He had me go to Ralph's, the grocery store here in Los Angeles.
It's a place most marshals send you.
Yeah. And, well, he also gave me a badge number, too. So that kind of was a little convincing.
You could have called someone to confirm that.
Okay. Thanks for telling me that now.
You could have texted me at any point.
All right. No, I was told I couldn't tell anybody. That was the other thing, too.
Oh, God, no.
Is that funny? You know,
it's just straight out of a movie.
Yeah, I wish... This is maybe going to come off as like it was scripted or something. I have no... Like, I usually have 2 full pages of notes. I don't have that many notes today. This is all... sadly very real.
Oh.
And Aaron, wait, Aaron, were you behind this?
No.
Were you the marshal?
No. I'm very skeptical of anyone calling me ever. Or calling my family.
Yeah, I'm going to be that way from now on.
Because they'll call my family and say, hey, we need to get in touch with Aaron about his student loans. And I'll be like, oh yeah, okay. They'll never do that. So...
Yeah, student loans, that's one thing I don't have to worry about.
Lucky.
But, so this guy, so he sends me over to Ralph's because he tells me I need to safeguard my money. Does that make sense?
I don't know that Ralph's would be the place.
Well, here's the thing. He wanted me... So I had been instructed to purchase gift cards.
Oh, God.
And again, Aaron, your shock and awe is fine because believe me, I know how stupid I am.
Well, this also just happened to here at ATC.
To someone?
Yeah. One of our people was about to buy gift cards, and then they called the person that they got an email from saying to buy gift cards, and they're like, I don't know what you're talking about, and that's how we figured it out.
Yeah, so I was instructed to buy some Nike gift cards.
Uh-huh.
So I did that. And, you know...
How would that help the police?
Well, it was supposed to be for me to... I was supposed to put my money on those cards to... because they were going to change my... They said they were going to give me a new Social Security number.
Really hard to do.
And... yeah, they were going to give me a new Social Security number.
Were they going to move you to Scottsdale?
They were going to write me a cashier's check. When I was in the store, when I was in Ralph's, they said, don't talk to any of the workers. Just go to self-checkout and put the money on the cards that we said.
Oh, boy.
And I was very calm, cool, and collected the whole time. So, hats off to my good acting once again. So, I was glad to be of help to them. I wanted to help the authorities.
So you bought $2,400 worth of Nike gift cards.
Or yes, that is correct in total.
And then you're supposed to, I'd assume, if you're protecting your money, you're hanging on to those.
Yes.
So you still have those.
I still have them, but there's more.
Okay.
Now, again, you can, we have an email at this podcast. It's joecodepodcast@gmail.com. If you want to come at me with any kind of ridicule, scorn, please have at it.
Probably don't do that, though. And also don't come with scams.
Yeah, I'm not going to get scammed ever again either. But, so now here's the thing with the gift cards. They asked me for the numbers on the gift cards.
Oh, boy.
And the PIN numbers on the gift cards.
Oh, boy.
Which I gladly handed over because I wanted to help the authorities once again. I didn't want my name tarnished. I've got a podcast.
I mean, you might.
Might what?
I mean, they might own it now.
What, my name?
The podcast.
Shit. I sent him a picture of my driver's license, too. Can anything happen with that?
Probably. It's all bad. There's definitely a call to the LAPD that you should probably make after this.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe even higher than that. Maybe your local FBI. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm just, it's embarrassing. My dad was disappointed, to say the least. He was just dumbfounded when I told him about it. That was tough to do. But again, I'll say this. I was in a very bad headspace. Really was just attacked with anxiety that day. They couldn't have caught me on a worse day, really. I don't know if they have an anxiety register, the scammers, of who to hit. But they found me on the right day, and hats off to them. Good work. You know, when I figured out it was finally a scam. You want to hear about that?
Oh, of course.
Like it fucking matters at this point.
I mean, it does.
Sorry for the F-bombs, but... well, so... I was thinking back to a voicemail that I had listened to from about 1 or 2 months ago. And it was basically that same automated message that I first got when this whole thing started.
Yeah.
And then I immediately call my good friend Julie, who's the smartest person I know. And she, within 2 seconds, is like, yeah, that's a scam. So...
You called her back then, or...
Yeah, I called her back after it was already too late, once I had figured it out.
Oh.
So she gets on the phone with Nike. I go to the Nike store, and trying to tell the employees there was probably the most embarrassing moment of my life. Trying to explain to them what had happened. And the guy goes, I've never seen this before. So, you're welcome, pal. Now you've seen it all.
Yeah.
And they couldn't help me in the store. They could help me over the phone. But apparently, here's the other thing. So, the fraud department or whatever that puts blocks on the cards was already closed for the day.
Oof.
And I guess there's a thing somewhere where you can just get money in exchange for gift cards. I guess that's a thing now. So yeah, basically I lost the money, and you know, it was something to do. It filled the afternoon for me on Friday. I still went and did comedy Friday night. I was able to get myself into a good headspace somehow, but then I went and got drunk later. But we'll come back and revisit this in a few minutes. I would like to talk about something else. It's time to get into one of my favorite segments of the show, which is called This Sucks.
Oh, we haven't been doing that the whole time.
See, yeah, that excuse me. Now that is a yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah. Well, that first segment we could call "This is a Nightmare."
Yeah.
So now we'll go into "This Sucks," which this is a little more lighthearted.
Okay.
I'm tired of people asking. So when you're at a restaurant, I'm tired of people asking the server, "What is your favorite dish?"
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Right. That's enough already.
My wife does it.
Why does it matter what they like? You're 30 years old. You've had food before.
Yeah.
Try something. If it sounds a little bit different, take a risk.
Yeah.
You sound like a baby asking the server what their favorite dish is. What do you like? What's your favorite dish here? Well, I don't know what to eat. I've only had chicken one time in my life. Like, what do you...
Yeah. And also, if I've never worked in a restaurant, but if I did, I probably would never eat there.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing, too. You're probably so sick of the food, and then if they say they don't like something, that makes it sound like it's not good. It's good. It's all good. It made the restaurant.
There is that, yeah.
So just order something and shut up.
But I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not sitting around testing the food. That's not my job.
Yeah.
My job is to get it from them to you.
Yeah, I'm serving the food. I'm trying to make tips. Shut up with the questions.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a friend once at a restaurant. He asked the server, he liked the soap in the bathroom so much. He goes, "What kind of soap is in the bathroom?" I couldn't believe it. Questions like that.
Yeah.
Man, I got to get out of town for a while, I think. So, Aaron, is there anything you want to ask me about the scam? I'm an embarrassment to the Marrese family, Marrese family name.
It can happen. This
is therapeutic for me to talk about. It can happen. It happens to the worst of us.
It's literally a numbers game, and that's why you got that call twice. Like you said, they caught you at the right time, or the wrong time, but the right time for you to follow through with them. But yeah, just know that at any point in all of that, you could have easily, let's not say easily, that sounds too judgy. Just, you could have reached out to me at any point during that, and I would have told you. Or anybody, I'm sure JT or...
Well, yeah, that's the thing, is that I was told I couldn't, and I wanted to follow the directions.
Yeah, but when they say
I'm good
that...
at following instructions.
When they say that, how would they know? They're checking your call logs in real time. They can't do that.
Yeah.
You need a warrant for that. I've watched a lot of cop shows.
Yeah, that's the thing. I guess I got to be more up to date on what's going on in the scam world.
Yeah,
because apparently there's like YouTube videos that show this stuff, and
yeah, the gift card thing is big because that is, as soon as you transfer money to that, it is cash, and it's, and anyone can use it at that point. Luckily they didn't want to meet you to exchange those. A, that's dangerous for you. B, it's super dangerous for them. Who knows what would happen? That part is like, I'm glad it didn't go that far.
Yeah,
that would have been.
Well, they had said they were going to bring like a cashier check the next day for that money that was on the cards. But, well, here's the other thing too. I should have. So the guy said his name was David Morgan, but he sounded like the Somali pirate and Captain Phillips.
Oh shit!
So that was.
He is the captain now.
Yeah,
he is Captain.
Yeah, the guy was. Yeah, that guy
Morgan.
became the captain.
Captain Morgan.
And I was, Captain Morgan. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. So he took over. He took over the ship.
I feel terrible for you, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm back. I'm tackling my issues and getting mentally right. And you got to remember, it's only money. Now, I don't mean that it's whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it could have been super dangerous if there was a physical exchange of these cards. Like,
Yeah.
so thankfully it didn't get that far.
And the guy was very nice on the phone. He was like, "Hey, Joe, I'm your brother. I'm going to help you," because he wanted to help me clear my name, and I trusted him. But
I feel like there's still legal recourse for you. I think we can figure out a way to get your money back potentially, and certainly to get these people reported at least.
yeah, I don't know. Who do you think I should call?
I mean, I would think he impersonated a federal marshal, so it's got to be the FBI.
All right, I'll Google the FBI and see if anybody picks up.
No, there's a local office, I'm sure.
All right. Well, either way, yeah, the whole thing was nuts, and I was reeling. I was in a really bad headspace. My friends were worried about me because I'm my harshest critic in anything.
Yeah.
So I was down. Man, was I down. So that's going to bring me to This Is Great for this week. A positive segment here. This is great. This is people having your back. Now, I probably did the stupidest thing in my life at probably the most mature point in my life, which maturity, unfortunately, doesn't equal genius. So I got scammed out of money. I was very down on myself. My friends were there for me. JT, amongst others, very, very good talkers, especially JT. He's very, you guys hear him on his podcast. The guy's very well-spoken, he's been through it all emotionally, so he knows how to deal with things, and he's like, "You're good, this is nothing," that kind of stuff. He went out with me that night. We had fun, and we fought through it. So, yeah, in times like that, when people have your back, it's very special, so you can't take it for granted, and it's good to have that.
Yeah. And he had discretion, too, because he did not tell me about this. I saw him yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's good. But now, well, with that being said, and now that I'm saying this, I mean, feel free to tell anybody. Let this be a warning.
Sure.
To you all. So, I did this for the people.
Totally.
I wanted to take one for the team so you guys can have an example of what can happen in the scammer world. Aaron, once again, I'll ask one last time, were you behind this?
I was not.
Okay.
I will testify in court. I will take a lie detector test. I was not.
Because if you were, I would appreciate you. You can write a check, or I'll take a check, or just straight up cash for $2,400.
I'll get some gift cards and give them to you.
But yeah, this is a big scam. There was a lady that they told me she lost $16,000. Now that's
a lot of gift cards.
Yeah. So I hope this is like a therapy warning kind of podcast. Aaron, what was the vibe here?
Catharsis, right?
Yeah, catharsis. And now I'm looking for a way to end. I'm trying to end on a positive note. Is there a message we can give to the people?
Sure. Like, don't be too hard on yourself.
Okay.
Criminals are out there doing criminal stuff.
Yeah.
And they're very convincing. That's what they do, so that's why they do it.
Yeah, I want to nominate this guy for a frickin' Academy Award.
Yeah.
All right, let me say that stuff. Yeah, what else?
Be and don't be afraid to be honest about the mistakes you've made, or because we're all human and we all make them.
All right, yeah, those are all very good stuff. So yeah, people don't be too hard on yourself. It's been it's a rough time out there, so that's not what you said it a lot better than what I just tried. I didn't even barely said anything there. But bottom line is, take my story as a warning, and I wish it was all bullshit. I really wish it was. I wish we just were like, hey, we need some scam content for Joe Code. But unfortunately, it was real. So please take it as a warning. And if it does happen to you, which it shouldn't, and it won't happen to you. I have a great audience, very smart audience. It won't happen to you guys, but if it does, don't be too hard on yourself. And thank you all for tuning in. This has been Joe Code. I'll see you next time. I'm Joe Marrese. Thanks.